Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you'll be fine. This is Think New Syllabus Mathematics Book 1. Today we are going to do question number 4 of exercise 12C. We have already done a few questions before, and today we are going to discuss this question specifically. So watch the video till the end and do not skip the video. In this question, you can see that the circular portion of the following figures are semicircles. Semicircles means half of a circle. And then we have to find out the perimeter and area of each of the following figures. We have already discussed that how do we find the perimeter and the area of semicircles, circles, and quarter circles. So in this question, we have to split the figure into two parts and then we have to solve it further. To find the perimeter, all we need to do is we just have to add up the sides of all the length of all the outer sides. So if we look at figure A, we will find that there is a triangle, but of this triangle, only two sides are part of the outer side. Okay, we are not going to take the third side of this triangle while we are finding the perimeter. Okay, so if we talk about the perimeter, we will say that the perimeter is equals to 5 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus half of the circumference upon 2y, because the other part of this shape is a semicircle, and whenever we are provided with a semicircle, to find its circumference, what we have to do, we just have to cut it into half. We just have to divide the circumference with 2 to find out its perimeter. Okay, so what is next that we have to do over here? We are already provided with the radius of 2 centimeters and we just have to find out its circumference. So what's next? We will simply add 5 with 3, which is 8. So we'll keep it separate, and for the circumference it would be 2 pi r upon 2. And since there are 2 in the numerator and denominator of a fraction, so we can cut this with one another. And then we have 8 plus the value of pi is 22 upon 7 and the radius is given as 2. So we'll simply multiply it with 2, right? Next, what we have to do, we will multiply 22 with 2 and it will give us 44 upon 7. Then you have two options. Either simplify 44 with 7 and turn it into a decimal point, or just make your denominator same by adding 1 into it. So it will give you a total of 56 plus 44 upon 7, which is 100, right? So you can keep your answer in fraction form or you can convert it into decimal as well. So if you divide 100 with 7, the answer would be 7 ones are 7. Then comes 3 0 30, 7 fours are 28 and 2 comes as the remainder. So the answer would be 14 whole 2 upon 7. Or you can convert it into decimal by dividing 100 with 7. That is, continue with their division and your answer would be 14.28. Or you can say 14.3 after rounding it up. So the perimeter would be 14.3 meters. That's it. What we did, we simply added the outer sides of the given shape where we had two parts of the triangle, two sides of the triangle, and half of the circumference of the given circle, semicircle. What's next? We have to find out the area of this this figure where we have a triangle and a semicircle. So what we have to do, we will find the area of the shape by first finding the area of the triangle. Okay, because we have a whole triangle out there. So we have to find out the area of this triangle, and since it's a right angle triangle, so there won't be any problem finding its base and height. Okay, and then we have the area of this semicircle. We don't have to find out the area of the circle because it's just a semicircle given there. So this would be the formula that we are going to use to find out the area of the composite shape. So for this, first we are going to find out the area of triangle. And how are we going to find it out? Using the formula half into base into height. So if we will take base as 3 meters, because base and height in a right angle triangle are the adjacent sides where this 90-degree angle is formed. So if you see, here is the 90-degree angle. So if you will take one of the side as the base, the other side would be the height. Okay. Okay. In this case, the height is the diameter of this semicircle. You see, this is also the diameter. So the diameter of the circle and the height of the triangle are the single line. Okay. This line expresses both the diameter of the circle, the semicircle given, and the height of the triangle. And we know that diameter is the double of a radius. Since the radius is given as 2 meters, so its diameter would be 4. So we can say that diameter is equals to 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4 meters. And this diameter is equals to the height. So the height would also be 4 meters, right? So what are we going to do? We will write it down as half multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4. Then you can multiply first and then simplify, but I prefer simplifying first and then multiplying. So I'll get 6 meter square as the area of the triangle. Next, what we have to do, we have to find out the area of the semicircle. And how do we find the area of the semicircle? By simply applying the formula of pi r square divided by 2. Why do we divide it by 2? Because it's not a complete circle, it's a half circle. So the area would also be halved. What are we going to do? We will write it as 22 upon 7 multiply by the radius is given as 2 square divided by 2. You can write it as upon 2 or divided by 2. It means the same. So it would be like 22 upon 7 multiply by 4, and I will change this division sign with multiplication and it will be reciprocated as 1 upon 2. So we can simplify it over here and it would be 44 upon 7. So if you simplify it, 7 6 are 42. So it would be 6 whole 2 upon 7, right? So this would be the area of the semicircle. And then we will add them up, or you can write it as 6.3 after rounding it out. So the area of the semicircle is 6.3 meters square, right? Since we have found the area of the triangle and semicircle both, so the area of the shape would be the sum of the two. That is 6 meters square plus 6.3, which is 12.3 meter square. And that's it. Okay, now let's do part B of this question number 4. Here you can see that we have a line over here and then a semicircle on the left-hand side and 2 semicircles on the right-hand side. And we are only provided with the diameter of this semicircle. Let us say this is shape 1, this is shape 2, and this is shape 3. So we have 3 semicircles over here. Okay. So for shape 1, if we look at the semicircle 1, what do we have to do? First, we have to find out the circumference of this bigger semicircle, and then we have to find out the circumference of these 2 semicircles. Okay. So we can write it as 2 and 3. So we can say that the perimeter of the shape is equals to perimeter of shape 1 plus perimeter of shape 2 plus perimeter of shape 3. So for finding the perimeter of shape 1, what do we have to do? We just have to find the half circumference, which is 2 pi r upon 2. Why? Because it's half circle. If we have a whole circle, the perimeter is the circumference. And if I will cut it into half, so half of its part would be removed. So its circumference would also be half. In this case, the perimeter would be pi r because 2 will cut with the 2. Okay. In this case, the radius would be the half of this diameter. You see, the diameter of this semicircle is given, which is 18 centimeters. This 18 centimeter is this diameter of this greater circle. Okay. So if diameter is given as 18, so its radius would be half of it, right? Which is 9 centimeters. This is also 9 and this is also 9. You see, 9 plus 9 is equals to 18. It means if diameter is given as 18, so the radius would be half of the diameter, which is 18 upon 2, 9 centimeters, right? And same we have to do with the other two circles. But in this circle, what is happening if we talk about this semicircle? So it's again a very small circle, you see? And the diameter of this circle would be 9. Okay, we have already found that this part is 9 and the other half is also 9. So the diameter of this circle would be 9. So the radius of this circle would be 4.5. Further half of it. So again, what do we have to do? We have to find the half of the perimeter of it. So again, it would be pi r plus pi r. But for the first one, the r would be 9. For the second one, r would be 4.5. And for the third one, it would be the same. This is the difficult part, identifying that what would be the radius of the three circles. Okay. So if we do so, the answers would be 22 multiplied by 9 upon 7, which is 198 upon 7. And then 22 multiplied by 4.5 is 99 upon 7 plus 99 upon 7. Now, since the denominators are same, we can add the numerators and the answer would be 396 upon 7. Right? So what we are going to do, we will divide it with 7 and the answer would be 56.6. So this would be the circumference. After rounding it up, it would be 56.6 centimeters. This would be the perimeter of the whole shape. What we did, we simply have to apply the formula since all of these shapes are circles over here and all of them are semicircles. So all we need to do is we just have to find out their radii. Okay, that's all we have to do. So what we did, first we found the radius of this semicircle, this one. If we talk about this semicircle, this is the radius, which is half of 18. So it would be 9. We took 9 over here. And for these two circles, the radius would further be half, that is 4.5. And for this again, it would also be 4.5. So what we did, we simply applied the formula of pi ry because it's the half circle, the semicircle. We do not have to apply 2 pi r because that we apply for the whole circle. And after doing that, it's very simple since we have 3 circles where 2 of the circles are identical. So we have to find out the areas of the bigger circle and then the area of the 2 semicircles that are smaller. Okay. So we can say area of bigger semicircle is pi r square upon 2. Why? Because the area of a full circle is pi r square. So the area of this semicircle would be its half. So it would be 22 upon 7. The radius we have already found as 9. We will square it and then we will divide it with 2, which is multiply by 1 upon 2. Okay. So this 2 will cut this 22, which turns it 11. 11 multiplied by 81 upon 7. And then it would be 8 91 upon 7. Then what are we going to do? We will simply divide 891 with 7. The answer would be 127.3, which is the area for the greater circle. Now we have to do the same for the two smaller circles, right? Now, what we can do over here, since there are two semicircles, identical two semicircles, so we can apply the formula pi r square upon 2 for one circle. And for the two circles, what we can do, we can multiply it with 2. So this 2 will cut this 2. And we will get the area for the two semicircles. What we did, we simply simply multiplied the area of one semicircle with 2 to find out the area of the two semicircles together, right? Next, what we are going to do, we will apply the formula 22 upon 7, multiply by the radius of the semicircle, this semicircle, which is 4.5. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind. This would be 4.5 to the square. So 4.5 multiplied by 4.5 equals to 20.25. Now we will multiply it with 22. So the answer would be 445.5 upon 7. And then we will divide it with 2. Which will be 222.75. So it's 63.6 centimeters squares. And students, if you find it difficult, what you can do, you can find the areas of the two semicircles, the smaller ones, separately. Okay. So what you can do it as 22 upon 7 multiplied by 4.5 square divided by 2. Right? And after you'll do it, you will find the area of each of the triangles as 31.8 something. And then you'll just have to multiply it with 2 because the two semicircles, the smaller ones, are exactly the same. So ultimately, you are going to get 63.6 centimeters squares for the two smaller semicircles. And then finally, what you have to do, you have to find the total area, which would be the sum of the three semicircles, that is 127.3 plus 63.6, which is 190.9, and if you round it up, it becomes 191. So this would be the final answer. That is 191 centimeters square. This is how we have to do these type of questions. So if you find it difficult, just practice these type of questions again and again, so that you will get grip over such type of questions. All we need to do is we just have to memorize the formulas and their applications, that how do we have to apply these type of formulas into this question. So for now, we have completed question number 4. Inshallah, in the next video, we're going to do a few more questions. Until then, take care. If you are new to my channel, do subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. And if you have any queries, any comments, any questions, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can contact me on my WhatsApp as well. Okay, the number is given in my description box. Take care. Allah Hafiz.